It's the number one spot. Remember that. It's the number one spot. Remember that. It's the number one spot. Remember that. If you at the number two, nobody remember you. It's the number one spot.
Welcome back to the number one spot. This is your boy DJ DQ up in the mix, man. We got another good one for y'all today. I'm telling you.
Already.
Oh man, the special gifts, man, and I feel it in the air, man. But I'm about to introduce two of the best co-hosts straight out of H-Town, baby. What's going on, Q, the U, the E, and your girl R.E. from H-Town.
Man, in the building right now, man. What's poppin', crackin', shaking, baby? It's your boy Q.U.E from the award-winning number one spot, man. Like my boy DJ DQ so elegantly put it, man. Hey, we got our beautiful co-host Riri from Texas, and it's definitely an honor and a pleasure to introduce our beautiful guest. We got a legend in the building today. You know what I'm talking about?
I mean a legend, man.
Straight up, man. We got the legendary Toni Hickman in the building, man. What's happening?
Man, what's going on? Thank you for having me.
Man, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's definitely an honor and pleasure to have you. Appreciate you taking out your time to sit down with us.
It's all good.
Already. So, real quick, how you feeling right now? How you feeling?
I'm good. I'm good. I made it here. It wasn't too far. Like I'm good.
Absolutely. I'm glad you made it okay and everything.
Yeah.
Well, give everybody a small background check on you. You know, let them know who you are and you know where you're from and everything.
Well, yep, I am Toni Hickman. I was known as Slim Goody, aka Toni Hickman, originally with Suave House, in a group named NOLA. And so NOLA, they always thought we were, they thought it meant one girl, but it actually was two of us. And so,
And y'all sound so, y'all like blended so well. Though.
We did,
yeah. Got that chemistry on the mic. Like,
right.
Yeah.
So it was two of us. Yeah. Shout out to Red Bomb.
Shout out to Red Bomb right now. So so how did you become a member of the Suave House roster?
Well, eventually we went to New York. Me and her went to New York to get a deal. And so we ended up doing some stuff with Jive Records. Eventually her cousin was dealing with Motown, but that wasn't working for us. So some kind of way Jive got a hold of us, and they got excited. So at that time they were doing like demo deals.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so at that time they were doing demo deals, and they wanted to give us a demo deal, so they did. And through that they were trying to find Southern producers. So they ended up finding T Mix.
Got you.
From Suave House.
Yeah, right. Okay.
And but then we started doing it, but the girl that I used to rap with was like 5 feet tall, and I'm 6'1".
Right.
I knew you was tall, but I didn't know you was that tall, girl.
Yeah, I'm kind of a giant, but So, but it was cool. That was our thing, you know.
Yeah.
But what happened is Jive got a hold of the Ghetto Twins.
Okay.
And you know that was more marketable to them because they said
they lived together.
they were their height and everything was together. So they basically chose the Ghetto Twins, and so you know, long story short, we she had eventually went back to New Orleans, and I stayed in New York, but then I went back to New Orleans to visit my mom, and Draper called my mom's house while I was there.
Serious?
So
he tracked you down.
Yeah, I don't even know how that happened. I swear I don't know how that happened. I think
the
about
universe
that now,
connecting you.
Yeah,
Right. It was meant for you.
That's what it was.
Exactly. So, he called and he was like, "Well, what happened to y'all? Like, you know, y'all just stopped." And long story short, I called my homegirl on the phone and I was like, "Look, Draper on the other line." And he was like, "I need y'all to rap on the phone right now."
That's the same girl you have been rapping with, Redbone?
Yeah.
Okay.
Huh. That's
And
what's up.
so he was like, I need y'all to rap on the phone right now. And we both rapped, and he flew us out to Texas the next day, and that was a rap.
Wow.
Huh, that's
Wow.
what's up.
So what was the first track that y'all did? You remember?
Welcome to Suave House.
That was one. Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah, that was one of my jams. Yeah, well,
And then we did the one with Mr. Mike. I think, we did the one with Mr. Mike.
Okay,
In the midst
okay.
of the
In the midst
smoke.
of, there you go. In the midst of the smoke. Yeah.
Right,
okay.
Man, that was one of my
That's
favorite
what's
songs
up.
off that album too, man. Yeah. Y'all snapped on that mud. Y'all
So
snapped
how
on
many
that
albums
mud.
did y'all drop with Suave House then? None? Y'all just did mixtapes?
We didn't do mixtapes. We just featured on everybody else's stuff. But we worked on the album, and then a lot of confusion started happening with the label. And so we kind of just,
That was the time to part ways.
Yeah, I was wondering about that because I know they had like a lot of other releases like they, that they was gonna make, but that's pretty interesting. Hey, if y'all did not know, man, hey, y'all just not tuning in, man. We in the building right now with the beautiful Toni Hickman right now. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Already, man. Hey, man, I have so much history right now. Like I was checking out one of the songs that you did with 8 Ball. The armed robbery.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Look, she looking like what?
Hey, she looking like you threw it way back.
Well, I just, hey.
Nah, it's just, I have been through so much and evolved.
Yeah,
You know what
absolutely,
I mean?
yeah,
So when
yeah.
I
So
hear
how
it,
is
I just
that?
be like, huh?
How is that though? Looking back on that time of your life, like you're saying you evolved and looking back on that, is that
Yeah.
like a written journey for you or like?
Yes, it's something like that. But I mean, when I look at what I was talking about, I think
Yeah.
I always focused on having some kind of message.
Yeah.
Except for armed robbery. Armed robbery was like,
What was that message?
go rob. You just got robbed. But yeah.
Well, speaking of, how did you wind up getting on that track?
They were doing a remix, and like at that time, Suave was going through some more changes too. And even me and my partner, we had parted ways for a while.
Got you.
And so they wanted me to get on the track. I was the only girl.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. So you had an advantage.
Got you.
Yep.
Got you. So we're just thinking back on that, like Riri was saying, like what do you feel like is the biggest thing that you've learned, about,
How important growth really is.
Girl, you better say that again.
Yeah,
For real. Say that one more time.
How
For real.
important
It really
growth.
is.
Growth is so important. And to each his own, because I know everybody grows at their own pace.
Absolutely.
But if you have been in the game 10 plus years, you had to learn some things. You done been
Absolutely.
through some shit.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
So if you haven't used those tools and those lessons to help you evolve, then you still stagnant.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what I
absolutely.
mean?
Yeah, you gotta constantly be growing.
Yeah, and then not focus on. For me, my concern is not about making money. So you'll have a lot of rappers and they'll tell you, that's what people buy. That's what they buy. So I'm going to just sell them what they buy. But
Right.
in the process, are you selling part of yourself?
Right, come on now.
You know
Come
what
on
I'm
now.
saying? Like, you have to be true to yourself at the end of the day. So if you have learned lessons and you're not teaching those lessons because your voice is a gift,
Yeah.
then you're going against yourself.
That's good.
Man.
I guess that kind of will tie back into you saying you like the armed robbery song. You just got on it because you was the only girl. So
Yeah.
looking back at the time, that was marketable for them because you was the only girl. But
Right.
like now, where you at now? Would you have done it? You'd have been.
I
like,
would never do a song
look-
like Arm Rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was cool. I mean, I'm happy I did it.
Yeah.
But like,
I mean, you was working with a legend too, so it's still like a,
yeah, and it was cool for that time. That's
Yeah.
where my mindset was at
at
that
that time,
time.
right.
Yeah.
That's my reality. I grew
Right.
up in the hood in New Orleans.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that was my reality. Like, I've been around it.
Yeah. So give people a little background about like you was telling me you was born in New York, but then you grew up in New Orleans. Like, how was that growing up in New Orleans?
I be telling people, like, New Orleans is the only place I have lived, and I've been on my own since I was 15, by the way. So, but in clubs since I was a teenager, like, and running from bullets since I was a teenager in the clubs.
Wow.
Like, New Orleans is the only place that really is like that for me that I've ever lived. Where you literally, like, you could walk out the club and they shooting outside like it ain't nothing.
Yeah, wow.
You know?
I just seen a video on Instagram the other day like that. They was like shooting in New Orleans like a
They
shootout
crazy.
outside. I was like, that looks too normal.
New Orleans is crazy, straight up.
Yeah, at one time it was the murder capital.
Exactly.
If not still.
That's why gentrification was necessary a little bit, I guess.
Yeah.
So coming to Suave House and get moved out here kind of was like a saving grace kind of a little bit, like coming to Houston.
Well, see, you got to think, I was in New York.
Yeah.
Like, when they moved me, I was living in New York. I had to move my stuff from New York to Houston.
Gotcha.
You know? So, yeah, but I don't know. It kind of was. It was a change. I still had the mentality, and I had to grow out of it because I still was
PTSD
surrounded
growing,
around.
Yeah.
You know, even Suave House, it was full of people that lived that life. You know what I mean? Behind the scenes, not the artists, but the people behind the scenes.
All the management and stuff.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
The security guards, all that. They was crazy.
Everybody crazy.
For real.
Right? So
Now,
that's my people though. Yeah.
I guess real quick before we go into the break, I'm just curious to know, like what was it like just your mindset, like coming into, you know, like meeting 8Ball and, you know, I guess Crime Boss, so, you know, all these guys. Like, what was your experience like working with those guys? Just like,
And you know, to me, and that still is the case, I wasn't starstruck.
yeah.
Girl, you a star yourself.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's, I swear that was my mindset.
Absolutely.
Like, okay, you just who you are. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, we both in here.
yeah.
Yeah.
For real.
That's
And
really.
I'm about to lay my tracks too.
Yeah,
Right,
and for to go
exactly.
hard.
And I'm
They
gonna
finna
eat
go
you
hard.
up while I'm on it. You know what I'm saying? Let me stamp this shit.
Straight up.
Right. So yeah.
Straight up. Well, hey, we're gonna go ahead and shoot into one of your videos right now. Go ahead and take us into one of your videos right now.
So right now, y'all about to watch Broken Soul featuring Buck of Psychodrama, my homie, my peoples, my brother. Here go Broken Soul, y'all.
Already, man. Right here on the #1 spot, man. We're gonna be back with more Toni Hickman right now. DJ DQ. Hey, man. Take us up out of here, man.
What's up? What up? This 007, Fifth Ward's finest, you know, Fifth Ward boys, you know what I'm talking about, rap a lot. I'm chilling with the #1 spot. One.
Welcome back to the #1 spot. We are here with Riri from Texas. And our guest for today, Miss Hickman. First of all, I just want to you such an inspiration to me. Cause I finna say, we follow you on Instagram. And we've been following you for a while. So like all the rehab and the stuff that you've been dealing with, like I've been watching all of it. So if you can give us a small rundown on what all happened for you to be going through rehab.
Well, in 2004, I had my first brain aneurysm.
Okay.
And I didn't even know what a brain aneurysm was. I was at my mom's house, and she said that I was just acting like I was nonchalant. And she'll ask me questions, and I would just give one-word answers, like I wasn't all the way there.
Okay.
Took me to the hospital, and they found out I was having a brain aneurysm. And so they ended up going through like my groin area, and supposedly, this is not known, and that's why I say that, but they said that they clipped it. And so it wouldn't, cause more issues. so that's at that time I was doing a lot of big things in Atlanta. And I was working with Jagged Edge. I was working with a whole bunch of like big people. Suge Knight wanted to fly me to California like 3 days before I went in the hospital.
Right.
And so fast forward, it took a minute for me to recover from that, and I got back doing my music and everything, and went to New Orleans to celebrate with my ex, and his mom had made me like some vegetarian rice. Now my symptoms from the first brain aneurysm was vomiting.
Okay.
And so I started vomiting again, but I'm thinking in my head, like, it's no way I could be having another brain aneurysm.
Right, because they told you.
And so like that was never, I'm just thinking food poisoning or something.
Okay.
Oh, from that rice?
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't know what was going on.
Right.
So, I kept on vomiting, and then that one burst inside of my head while I was actually vomiting in the toilet in New Orleans. And they rushed me to the hospital, and I guess they just had to keep me stable. I was really in and out, so I'm going by what my family and everything was telling me. And so they had to wait for my mom to come and sign papers saying, she gives them permission because it was a 50-50 chance that I would die.
Right.
And so she gave them permission, and they operated on me. And so when they shaved all my hair off and did brain surgery, and while I was on the operating table, I had a stroke because my body went into shock from them being in my head.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So when I came to, I couldn't speak, I couldn't walk, and they told my mom it was most likely I would never speak or walk again. And she should put me in a nursing home, but my mom knew I was stubborn.
Yeah.
And so she was like, as long as she got a chance, I'm not doing that. So she just was all about rehabilitation, and I was stubborn. They had to put me in a room with cameras because I kept on trying to get out the wheelchair. Like, I was really stubborn. Yeah. So that's what led to me doing rehab and all of that.
Okay, so what about the footage, because you documented the footage. Like I
did.
I saw it on Instagram.
Right. And so that's another company. Shout out to Medical Fitness Pros in Katy, Texas. But I was performing for the American Heart Association, and these brothers saw me and they was like, we want you to be a part of our program.
Right.
And so they basically help people with disabilities do exercise, because in therapy the sucky part is like your therapist, and it's not really them, it's your insurance, but they'll say you've plateaued, and they'll tell people like you've plateaued and you have no, basically the stroke survivor takes it as you have no hope, but the reality is your insurance doesn't want to pay for you to improve. So a lot of people can leave therapy like seriously depressed.
Okay.
Because your life has been completely altered, and the one set of people that can help you are no longer helping. So Medical Fitness Pros is basically the next step of like just helping, but it costs, you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I am so grateful for those brothers. They, they came in and I worked with them, like I haven't worked with them since COVID, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you was determined. You was determined to walk.
Oh yeah, and I walked in New Orleans. Like I was determined to walk in New Orleans. They wanted me to leave with a wheelchair, and I refused. Right. I said I'm not gonna take a wheelchair because that's a crutch. So if I get the wheelchair, then I'm gonna be dependent on the wheelchair, So they gave me a cane, and I did leave with the cane. And I eventually got rid of the cane. I fell so many times. Oh my God.
Right.
I kept getting up.
Getting up.
Yeah. And I'm still like that.
And all of that happened in 2004 up until...
Well, 2007 was the second brain aneurysm. Yeah, and that's the one that burst in my head. And if y'all are familiar, like most people die from one brain aneurysm, you know? Yeah.
Exactly.
So, I remember, and this is a short story, but I was having my own pity party because, of course, I'm in the music business. I'm all about this image that I'm supposed to have. Yeah, and so I'm sitting in my room in the rehabilitation place, and I'm just like crying. And so my nurse walked in, and she said, "What are you crying for?" And I said, "Nobody's gonna want me. I'm disabled. There's no disabled people in the music industry. Like, what I'm supposed to do? This is the second time happening. I was mad at God. I was mad at everything." And I was just like, and she said, "You know what?"
Wow.
She said, "What you need to ask is, how did you have 2 brain aneurysms and a stroke and you're still alive?"
Right.
And I was still in my pity party mode. So I was like, you know what? I don't want to hear that shit. Like, you know, but that message has stuck in my soul. And so now I work on really, I'm not a perfect human being, but I really work on fulfilling my purpose because I wasn't supposed to have my voice. I wasn't supposed to walk. So since I have it, I know that it's a gift. And I have to use my voice to help others.
Okay, so with all of that being said, how do you feel like your rehabilitation and the trials and tribulations you have went through, how has it shaped your music now, and where are you now in the industry as far as music?
I mean, you know, like they say, you could take a girl out the hood, you can't take the hood out the girl. Like, part of that is it's gonna, you know, that's gonna always New Orleans and how I grew up. That's gonna always be a part of me. But after everything that I've been through, I constantly, I think I go through a lot of growth spurts, and so I'm kind of hard on myself. I'm really kind of hard on myself. Yeah, like when I know I'm out of sync, I check myself, you know. But yeah, even now, I still, you know, I make some mistakes. But yeah, my music, I hope that my message is always heard, you know. And it's a message of like determination. I'll be damned and hope.
And that's where it's at.
Yeah.
So you, besides music, like you have an organization?
I just do a whole bunch of shit. Like,
Yeah, you got
Okay.
me. You got me on one post. You had posted up. You said that you sit in the car because that's like a quiet place for you.
right.
I be finding myself doing that too.
Yeah.
It seems like, you know, sitting in the car is one of the most quiet places.
It is.
And,
Hide from my kids in my car. Like,
so what?
Right, it be that too. It really be that. Just give me some space.
all the stuff is closed. And
Right.
You can't really be in certain places.
Exactly.
It's become more of a quiet spot.
Exactly.
Yeah, I be finding myself doing that too. So what was on your mind? Because the face reaction on the reaction on your face was, I mean, you seemed like you were so peaceful at that moment.
I ain't gonna tell you. I can't. I know what picture you talking about, but I have
Right.
no idea what I was thinking about. I probably was thinking, let me take this picture for Instagram.
It's some motivation to all of us.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
And well, like you are also driving now. So you
I
went
started
from,
driving 3 months after I got out.
Oh, girl, that determination.
Man, wow.
I'm serious, like I had an issue. I drive with my left foot.
Okay.
So everybody drive with their right foot. That's how you're
Yeah.
supposed
Right.
to drive. I put
Yeah.
the foot over there and I drive.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a will, it's a way. We
Oh,
gonna make it
yeah.
happen.
Yeah.
So what do you feel like now is like, what's changed for you then? Since, I mean, is everything just still, you like everything gonna be the same? I'm gonna be that person regardless?
And push forward.
I mean, I had to learn some lessons. Like one of my lessons, you know, Suave House. I smoked weed all my life.
Yeah.
I used to, well, ever since 13 years old, I was smoking weed, and you know, I drank from time to time, but that wasn't my thing. Weed was my thing, but I had smoked one time, and I felt like my equilibrium was all the way off. And then on top of that, I got a headache, and then I started getting anxiety, thinking, oh my God, I'm about to have another brain aneurysm, which I already went through 2. So then I get on the computer, like, how many people done had 3? Like, just giving myself more anxiety. Yeah. And I said, okay, how we take this away is we take that shit away and just stop. And the same with the alcohol. I had went out for some drinks with a friend, and they dropped me off at home, and I had a picture of my son on the side, and my equilibrium was all the way off, and I fell while I was in my apartment, and I cut my hand open. And and then I woke up with a headache. So the headaches was just like the signal. Just stop.
Yeah,
just
let it go.
Right. Just you don't need to alter yourself. You know.
Right.
For me now, I love the smell of weed.
You just can't go.
I love it, and
Right.
I do CBD. I do CBD.
And it's good for
anxiety. The anxiety, because right now I'm a caregiver for my mom as well.
So you're a caregiver for your mom, and you say you have a son. So
he helps me. So I'm very grateful.
How old is your son?
He's 19.
Okay. That's good. So he got to go through this experience with you.
Oh, he went through everything.
So
the first time they had to put him out the hospital because he saw all of them staples in my head, and he was just like shell shocked. Yeah.
Right.
So.
So you said you have a lot of stuff going on. So what else you have going on besides the music though?
So I've written, after I had my second brain aneurysm, they told me to stop putting chemicals in my hair. And so when I researched why, I found out about lotions, deodorant, toothpaste, and all of these things that a lot of even all women use it, but African American we really used to use, perms a lot.
Right.
And so I wrote this book called Chemical Suicide, Death by Association, and I talked about how chemicals in the perms, how they were related to causing different issues in our body. And then toothpaste, makeup, all of that stuff. I just, did that. So yeah, that's a book I wrote.
Too.
And then I wrote another book, A Man's Cry for Health. Because I'm a certified naturopath, which is like holistic health, herbalist, all of that stuff.
Oh, okay.
And I became that afterwards. But my mom was an herbalist when we were 7-day Adventists in New Orleans. So, but yeah, I became a certified naturopath and wrote this book about men's health. But it really it can be for everybody, but I wanted to focus on men because we never do, and then men never do.
Right.
So, like, one of the facts that I found out is in 2010, 35,000 people committed suicide. Out of that 35,000, 79% were men, and it was violent. Like shot themselves, or it was really violent deaths. And it's because we as mothers, we are parents even, we teach our boys not to cry, not to let out their emotions.
Right.
So then y'all keep it bottled up, and then like it explodes, so yeah.
Okay. Well, we appreciate both books. Q, we're gonna have to check that out.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Well, man, I'm on the number one spot. We have about 2 questions that we love to ask all our guests. The first question is...
You said that like real mysterious.
Nah.
Be like, oh.
What's that? So why do you do this? Why do you rap? Why do you write the books? Why do you do this?
Because right now I know, it's not even believe, I know that I am used as a tool to help better or worsen my environment. So I choose to better my environment.
That was deep.
Yeah. So what would you tell the younger you?
You're going to grow out of that.
Like any situation or
Right.
problem.
Yeah, you're gonna grow out of that. I wouldn't change nothing about my life. I wouldn't
that's
change
deep.
not one thing, because it's that thing, those painful moments that made me who I'm becoming, because I still don't know who I am yet.
Yeah. So you're just going through the journey.
Yeah.
Well, that was definitely something really deep and inspiring. And people who want to follow your journey and want to see more and want to be inspired. Where can they find you? Like on social media, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. Where can they find you at?
So all my social media is The Real Toni Hickman. And that's Toni with an I. So yeah, it's The Real Toni Hickman, except Twitter. On Twitter, it's just Toni Hickman. But YouTube, everything is The Real Toni Hickman.
Okay, well that's definitely
And
dope.
then my website, tonyhickman.com. So yeah.
Okay, you got any shout outs? You want to shout anybody out that, maybe have helped you on your journey or just
I
people
want to
you
shout
wanna
out myself.
I know that's right. Me?
All right, Snoop.
Right? That's what I was thinking about. I want to shout out me. Nah, I just honestly, Crip Hop. I want to shout out Crip Hop. I want to shout out everybody that has been a part of my journey, a part of my pains, a part of my growth. Like, yeah, just much love to everybody.
Already.
Already.
That's
Well, I don't want to leave off my DJ though. You got any?
What you
One
talking
last
about?
question? You have a question for one more? For the road?
So, Toni Hickman. The real Toni Hickman at that. So what do the public expect from here on out?
Well, I have a project coming out. It should be out by the end of March, and it's with one of my best friends who also, like, when I was going through everything, he drove from Atlanta to New Orleans just to kind of be there for me. But he's like my producer in a lot of different things. His team produced Broken Soul.
Okay.
But yeah, me and him are doing a project, and it's really phenomenal. And so that should be out by the end of March, early April at the latest. And then after that, I'm following with my own project. And then also working on a documentary.
What?
Come on now.
That's what's up, though.
Did we get the exclusive? The way you
I think
said
we
something, we got the exclusive.
yeah, the way that one rolled up off that song. I don't think
We
that
put
was.
our bid
I don't
in
think
now.
Right.
Yeah, that gotta be on the number one
That spot already.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Yeah, so
Man.
that's it.
That's what's up.
Growth.
That's what's up.
That's what's coming.
That's
is
it,
growth.
growth.
Yeah.
Already.
That's what's up.
Well, we appreciate it. Miss Riri, you good?
I'm good. You good, Tony? We good?
I'm wonderful.
Already.
Yeah.
Well, with that being said, could you shoot us to the last video?
Yes, so the last video, you know what? This is an older song, but I do want y'all to check out People Pleaser. And that is on YouTube. So we are about to go to People Pleaser right now. Everybody in the video that is spotlighted has a disability, and they've been either shot or whatever, but it just shows their energy of I'll be damned. So yes, People Pleaser.
People pleaser.
Yes.
That's what's up. On the number one spot, I appreciate you for coming through again.
Man,
It is an honor. You just don't know.
I'm grateful to be here.
It's a real honor.
Yeah.
So with that being said, my DJ, DJ DQ.
Make sure you stay tuned, man, at the number one spot. Because if you ain't at the number one spot, you're number two. And don't nobody remembers number two. Remember that, baby. And like my boy Bug say,
Till next time, keep that number one spot in your mind. And we
out of here, man.
What's poppin', crackin', shaking, baby? It's your boy Q.U.E from the award-winning number one spot, man. If y'all liking what y'all checking out right now, just like, subscribe, and click that bell so y'all will be notified as new videos arrive. And also, if y'all want to check out exclusive episodes of the number one spot, just go to our Vimeo channel at the number one spot network. Just click the link in the description below. Cause if you ain't at the number 1 spot, you're number 2. And nobody remembers number 2. Remember that, baby. And like my boy Buck say, till next time, keep that number 1 spot in your mind. And we out of here. Yeah.
It's the number 1 spot. Remember that. It's the number 1 spot. Remember that. It's the number 1 spot. Remember that. If you at the number 2, nobody remember you. It's the number 1 spot.
Thanks for watching.